Tonight, the Seawolves take on their SUNY rival Binghamton in America East action. It's time to get your red on. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local. Good evening and welcome to historic Pritchard Gymnasium, where tonight the Seawolves host the Binghamton Bearcats. I'm Seth Cantor, joined by Rob Pavanelli, and Rob, both of these teams 1-1 in the America East, but the story here on Long Island, the incredible turnaround for this Stony Brook team, a group that's more than doubled its win total from a season ago.
Yeah, Seth, only 4 wins last season for Bethel Boyle's club. What a turnaround she has had. They've got 9 wins already. They've got 7 new faces. A lot of athleticism, playing much more up-tempo. They're scoring a lot easier. What a great job she's done here in only her second year.
This is a Binghamton team that's 2-13 overall, but you have to look past the record if you're on that Seawolves bench tonight.
Well, they got a big win, the Bearcats do, against Hartford last weekend. They're an athletic team. They can score the basketball. They can get to the basket. They do a nice job rebounding the basketball. So Stony Brook certainly has to be careful in transition and on the offensive glass.
The Bearcats are a team in transition. They lost their top 3 scorers to graduation from a season ago, but let's start with Sheree Swinson. She's their leading scorer at nearly 10 points per game.
Well, she's a very athletic basketball player. She's versatile on both ends. She's a good shot blocker, a good defender. She can take it outside, shoot the basketball. She's a presence in the paint. She is averaging 9.7 points a game. She had a high of 23 this season against Austin P. And if the Bearcats are going to come away with a victory tonight, a tough, hard-fought road victory, she's going to have to have a big game for them.
And for Stony Brook, it all starts with Sabree Proctor.
Well, Proctor's the transfer out of North Carolina A&T, and she's one of the big reasons for the turnaround here at Stony Brook. She's an explosive scorer. She comes off the bench because she is, prone to fouls, but she can score the basketball inside. She can shoot the basketball. She had 25 against Iona on December 30th, and she's going to be a big part of the offense tonight for Stony Brook.
Stony Brook and the Binghamton Bearcats in an America East matchup here at Stony Brook University. We'll be back with the starters and the opening tip right here on Optimum Local.
Check out all the Seawolves action at Stony Brook University. Get your red on!
Welcome back to Pritchard Gymnasium. Seth Cantor, Rob Pavanelli with you. The Binghamton Bearcats ahead of the Stony Brook Seawolves. Binghamton at 2-13 overall. Stony Brook 9-6 overall and 1-1 in the league. The starters, as you see, for Binghamton: Venetia Polk, Jazz Swain, Stephanie Jensen, Morgan Murphy, and Sheree Swinson. Of course, for the Stony Brook Seawolves, as we get a look at Nicole Shaw, the head coach for the Binghamton Bearcats, her 5th year as the Bearcats head coach. She spent 14 seasons as an assistant associate head coach, and of course now the head coach as well. For Stony Brook, Shakira Goodman, Danny Kluppinger in the backcourt, Gerda Gatling, Brittany Snow, and Jessica Prevalon in the front court, led by head coach Bethel Boyle, her 2nd season, former associate head coach at Division I Canisius from the MAC. And the Seawolves last season only 1 win in the America East. With a victory tonight, they will exceed that total as Binghamton wins the tap to open up the game. Well, the Bearcats controlling to start, averaging only 48 points per game. That's last in the America East.
They do a real good job with dribble penetration. They want to get into the paint. They don't shoot the ball well from the perimeter. This is a good defensive Stony Brook team, though.
Here's Polk driving in. Nothing inside. Good interior defense. As Swain, top of the key pass. Jumper on its way for Murphy. Can't get it to go, and Stony Brook the other way.
And a nice defensive stand by the Seawolves. Brittany Snow with the block.
Kloppinger, a three-point shooter. Moved the ball around. Gatling drives the baseline, met by a double team. Kloppinger fires for three. Shot short. Nice box out by Swinson.
And this is where Binghamton excels in transition. They pull it out there, but they do a nice job getting the ball up the floor.
Binghamton, 40% from the floor this season. Stony Brook defensively, allowing their opponents to shoot 37% from the field. Jumper in and out, and in again for Swain, averaging just over 8 points per game.
And she was the 2011 America East Rookie of the Year. She can shoot the rock. Right now she's fourth in rebounding, fourth in assists, and third in steals in the America East.
Binghamton out to a 2-0 lead. Each team 1-1 in the America East. And a jumper goes in for Prevalon deep in the lane.
And that's what Prevalon can do. She's so crafty around the basket. The smooth left-hander has a whole host of moves inside, Seth.
Prevalon averaging nearly 10 points per game. The senior forward from Brooklyn. Good interior defense by Stony Brook yet again. 2-2 game. Nearly 2 minutes in. Here's Swinson. Right wing three on the way. Jensen hits the back of the rim. Little too much mustard there.
And Jensen, a good shooter.
Driving the lane. Prevalon lost the ball. It's loose, and Binghamton comes away with it after the Stony Brook turnover. Seawolves averaging 19 turnovers per game.
Both coaches, when we spoke to them earlier in the game, Seth, they were very concerned about the high turnover rate of both of their teams. They felt that whatever team could really take care of the basketball would certainly have the advantage in tonight's contest.
Brittany Snow commits the foul there, her first, the team's first. And this will put Venetia Polk at the free throw line. 67% free throw shooter on a Binghamton team through all their struggles. They've shot well at the line this year, 69%. That's second in the America East.
Yeah, she had 17 points against Canisius, 11 for 15 from the free throw line in that contest.
Junior guard from Douglas, Georgia. Seventh leading free throw shooter in the conference. Misses two.
We jinxed her.
Stony Brook coming the other way. 2-2 tie. Early moments here from historic Pritchard Gymnasium. Seth Cantor, Ron Pavanelli with you. Goodman out front, a versatile guard. Now the entry pass inside as Snow, a little short, stays with it. And Binghamton now the other way as Snow couldn't finish. Well, Binghamton setting up in its half-court offense. Last in the league in three-point shooting, only 24% from downtown. Swain, wild runner right there. Nice box out by Prevalon, averaging 9 boards a night.
And Stony Brook's going to look to run a lot more this season than they did last. They're much more athletic. They're good in transition.
That's Goodman's three, good from beyond the arc.
And much of that athleticism and quickness is due to Goodman, a prolific high school scorer, somebody who can really get to the basket and is excellent in transition. That time, knocking down the three ball.
She led Stony Brook with 18 points, 7 boards, and 4 assists against New Hampshire.
That was a good win up in New Hampshire.
Their first conference win of the season. Great interior defense again by Stony Brook. Murphy inside. And disrupting matters was Brittany Snow. Stony Brook with the lead here in the opening minutes. Kloppinger, three from the corner. Little too much on it. Nice rebound as Swain climbs the ladder. Top of the key jumper for Swinson. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound underneath for Prevalon. She has a couple already.
Yeah, Stony Brook limiting the Bearcats to one and done.
Goodman, too strong on the runner, staying with it. Gatling, her follow won't go. Right underneath is Prevalon. Jump ball called. Possession arrow with the Seawolves.
Stony Brook's been doing a nice job on both sides of the glass. Prevalon very active. Snow very active.
Stony Brook scoring 55 points per game, fourth in the America East. Binghamton giving up 62. This Binghamton group, though, they've played some tough teams. They've played Arizona State. They almost knocked off UNLV. And they lost to Syracuse as well. You always have to take those non-conference records with a grain of salt.
Well, you play those games to get better for your conference, to get ready for the tough America East play.
Harris drives the floater. Too short, staying with it again inside. Prevalon, her follow not enough on it. And Binghamton now comes the other way in transition. Here's Paul as Stony Brook gets back on defense. Seawolves 5, Bearcats 2.
This is a very fundamentally sound defensive team, Stony Brook. Bethel Boyle does such a great job in their shell defense. They protect the basket. They extend on the perimeter. They put good on-ball pressure. All keys to success on a defensive end.
Binghamton with the turnover. That sends us to a timeout. We'll break it. We'll be back shortly. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Okay, now spell competition.
COMPETITION. Competition.
America East is on the rise. We're on the move. We have so many strengths in this conference, from the students who are making a difference in their communities to our alumni who are changing the world.
Ultimately, we're about preparing young people for the rest of their lives. I'm very proud to say in America East, we do a great job.
Every day, we're helping to create leaders. We've accomplished so much, but we're just getting started.
The America East Men's Lacrosse Championship is coming to Stony Brook's Kenneth P. Laval Stadium this spring, May 2nd and May 4th. Be sure to catch all the exciting lacrosse action as 4 teams look for championship glory and the right to go to the NCAA tournament. For ticket information, visit GoSeawolves.org or call 631-632. Wolf, Rob, your early impressions of this game so far. Stony Brook with a 5-2 lead.
I really like how well Stony Brook is playing defensively and controlling the glass. Jessica Prevalon has 6 rebounds, and Binghamton, while shooting 1 for 6, has no offensive rebounds so far. So far, that's really been a story for Stony Brook. Both teams struggling a little bit offensively.
Binghamton inbounding here. You expect that type of tone in these conference games, man.
Well, both teams know each other. They know their strengths and weaknesses. They've played each other over the years. They know their style. But again, both of these teams are good defensive basketball teams. They don't shoot the ball well from the perimeter, so you got to get the ball inside and finish and convert on some easy buckets.
Taylor Berner, 6'4" senior center, comes in for the Seawolves, tallest player on Stony Brook's roster.
Berner gives Bethel Boyle some good minutes off the bench, good size, can finish around the bucket. Local product right out of Port Jefferson High School.
Jumper in traffic is short. Paul couldn't get it to go. And here are the Seawolves now the other way. Low scoring start, 5-2 in favor of Bethel Boyle Stony Brook Seawolves. Across the lane goes Proctor, and she's called for a travel. Stony Brook turns it over. Binghamton gets it back.
And a nice move there by Proctor on the up and under. Just took an extra step when she came back to the left side.
Now Binghamton now will bring it across. Team that's 2-13 this season. They lost 70% of their offense from a year ago. Their top 3 scorers graduated. It's tough for any team to recover from that.
Not easy to do.
Stephanie Jensen, entry pass to Swinson. Good ball movement here by Binghamton. Chance of defense from the crowd. Nice move inside. The scoop layup, too much on it for Swain. Ball loose underneath. And going after it is Tisha Harris.
That was a sensational move by Swain. Didn't get it to go, but you saw the talent and the athleticism.
Berner turnaround hook shot drops in.
And as Berner provides some instant offense coming off the bench.
Already over her season average of 1.6 points per game.
Well, Berner can do that when she catches the ball down low. She's got good post moves, good size.
So Binghamton trailing 7-2, being outscored by 14 points per game. No doubt a team that's in transition. Deep 3, Jensen, back of the rim, no good. She might want to have that one back as the Seawolves go to the other end of the floor.
All of Jensen's buckets this season have come from downtown. All 11 of her field goals are 3-pointers.
Much like Danny Klupinger for Stony Brook, 17 out of her 18 have been from beyond the arc, too. A couple of substitutions here for the Bearcats. Morgan Murphy coming back into the game. Our first look at Kim Albrecht, a freshman guard.
And you look at the depth on Stony Brook. We're 6 minutes into the basketball game, Seth, and we've already got 5 new players on the floor, 5 non-starters for Bethel Boyle Seawolves.
7-2, Seawolves with the lead. Sam Landers also in for Stony Brook as well. Player you're very high on.
I love him. Sam Landers' game brings a lot of energy. Really smart, veteran basketball player. Can shoot it, finds open people.
Well, the Seawolves turn it over as Binghamton now finds itself down by 5. Over 6 minutes gone by, and Binghamton only has 2 points.
Well, Brett, it's some pretty good defense by Stony Brook so far.
Well, we spoke about this before, Rob. This is a team, even though they're 2-13, they knocked off Hartford. That was an upset in many's eyes. They have to pay attention to this group.
No, they certainly do. And if they can knock down some perimeter shots, at that time, we may have a 4-point play.
Kim Albrecht connecting from downtown. Only her 5th 3-point field goal attempt of the season, and she'll go to the free throw line for an opportunity at a 4-point play.
You don't see a lot of these in basketball. Last one I can remember is the one by Larry Johnson for the Knicks back in the playoffs. But here you see the replay, the good kick out. Albrecht sets the feet. She gets knocked down. I don't even think she saw it go in. Now she's got a chance to go to the line and complete a 4-point play.
Just 4 out of 7 from the free throw line for the freshman guard, and she has the 4. So now it's a 1-point game, 7-6.
And that's a big bucket for Binghamton to get them going offensively. Let's see if that can get them sparked.
Well, Stony Brook here. Number of second unit players out on the floor right now. Here's Tisha Harris, nice crossover. Dribbles back, nothing inside. Sam Landers controlling. More of a perimeter player for this Stony Brook team. Here's Berner, hook shot. A little too much on it, and the weak side rebound for Binghamton.
And I like what Stony Brook did on that offensive possession. Taylor Berner's got a decided size advantage. Let's get it inside. That was a good look. Didn't get it to go.
Binghamton looks to take the lead right here. It's Murphy. Forces up the jumper, and she's fouled. So Morgan Murphy drawing contact, and she'll go to the line for a pair.
And Murphy, a freshman, having a very, very good season so far, averaging 7.3 points a game, 4.5 rebounds. She was a prolific high school scorer as well, 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds in Weatherfield, Connecticut.
First of 2, no good. Sabree Proctor commits the foul for Stony Brook. Her first, the team's 3rd, as Beth O'Boyle goes back to the bench. Murphy, a solid free throw shooter, 4th in the league at 73%.
She had a career-high 16 in that game against UNLV, which Binghamton almost pulled off the upset. But she is the top scoring freshman in the America East Conference this season.
Goes 1 out of 2 from the line, and we have a tie game, 7-7. Any surprises as to the way this game has started?
No, I think it's exactly the way we expected. This is a big game for both teams. Both teams 1-1. This would certainly keep the momentum going for both of these teams.
Nice ball movement. Snow hands Valena blocked. It goes out of bounds. Stony Brook hands off.
Nice offensive set by Stony Brook. Got Snow wide open, look inside. Good recovery defense by Binghamton.
Oh, Gatling will inbound. Harris for 3, knocks it down. Tisha Harris is only a 22% 3-point shooter, but Stony Brook with a 10-7 lead.
And she's got a good looking stroke, Seth. That was a nice looking jump shot, good follow through, good rotation. She's certainly going to improve on her 3-point shooting as the season goes on.
Albrecht is called for a travel, so Binghamton gives it back.
And there's the freshman mistake. You know, you live with freshmen. She knocks down the 4-point play on a possession before, and that time comes down with the travel.
Now Stony Brook now looks to make it a 2-possession game. Again, a very early 3-point lead. Seawolves 31% to start, Binghamton only 20%.
And Binghamton been mixing it up defensively, some man-to-man, some 2-3 zone.
Tisha Harris into the lane, and she's fouled on the way in, drawing contact. Looked like she was hit on the wrist.
And that's Tisha Harris's game, extremely quick off the bounce. Good dribble penetration, can finish around the basket. She's going to go to the line with a chance to extend this Stony Brook Seawolf lead.
10-7 Stony Brook, 11:57 remaining here in the first half. We'll pause and we'll rejoin you shortly. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Shopping for a mortgage on Long Island is easy with great low rates at TFCU. TFCU, Teachers Federal Credit Union, is one of America's strongest financial institutions, and now just about all Long Islanders can bank with TFCU. Feel right at home with TFCU's great low mortgage rates. Apply online at teachersfcu.org and start saving now.
Teachers Federal Credit Union is the educated choice.
Courtney had fallen off a horse and her left kidney was completely shattered, and she got 1 blood transfusion and then she had to get another blood transfusion. The Dr. Lee had told me if I have to give her a 3rd, that's it, I'm going in, and we knew that she would lose her left kidney if he had to do surgery. He asked me to trust him, and exactly as he predicted, the bleeding stopped on its own. She was 9 at the time. Courtney's now 17. She's healthy and she's driving me crazy.
Stony Brook surpass last season's total of 1 America East win, they can do so here. This evening, Seth Cantor, Rob Pavanelli with you. Binghamton only 2 out of 10 from the floor to start. Rob, how much credit do you give the Stony Brook defense for shutting down Binghamton in the early going?
Well, that's where Stony Brook hangs its hat. They are a very fundamentally sound defensive team. Beth O'Boyle preaches that in every single practice, and that is how they've been so successful so far this season. Last year, they were very good defensively. They just couldn't score. This year, now they can score and play defense. That's why you have a 9-win total already.
They're a team that's crashed the boards very well this year. They have the second best rebounding margin in the American East. Right now, out-rebounding Binghamton 13-5 and 4-0 on the offensive play.
Well, you play defense, you control the boards, you're usually going to win a lot of basketball games. And now you couple that with the ability to score sometimes, the success is going to continue to come.
Tisha Harris, a 75% free throw shooter. She scored a career-high 17 against St. Francis Brooklyn back on December 19th. Chipped in with 5 in Stony Brook's win against New Hampshire on Saturday. She goes 1 of 2 from the line. Now Stony Brook, first 2 trips to the free throw line in this game, as Binghamton trails 11-7. Albrecht hits the triple. Kim Albrecht.
And she's got 7 points, so 7 out of the 10 for the Bearcats.
Only 6 3-point attempts on the season, 2 of them coming tonight. And the score 11-10, Stony Brook with the ball. Snow's jumper knocks it down. Nice mid-range touch right there. And Stony Brook back on top by 3, 13-10.
And Snow, the freshman, has really done a nice job scoring in the inside for the Seawolves. Gives the Lady Seawolves a nice presence.
Great ball pressure there by Tasha Harris. It goes out of bounds, and Stony Brook forces the turnover.
And that's what Harris does. High motor, high energy, always active on the defensive end. There creates the turnover, knocks it off the Binghamton player, and it'll be Stony Brook basketball.
Second turnover of the game for Binghamton. You see them out here in the zone defense.
And this is where Stony Brook struggles. They don't shoot the ball very well from the perimeter.
Goodman.
As I say that, Goodman hits her second 3 of the basketball game.
Nice fluid touch on the triple there, and Stony Brook on top by 6.
I believe Goodman led the country in scoring when she was a senior in high school in Philadelphia. So you know she can put the basketball in the hoop.
She rebounds the ball quite nicely, too. More ball pressure by the Seawolves. That's the 3rd turnover of the game.
Well, when your point guard gets 7.5 rebounds a game, you know she's an athletic player, real smart.
We spoke with Coach O'Boyle before the game. She said really Goodman has been the nicest surprise for her team this year. Nice ball movement by the Seawolves again. Snow, little too much on the layup. It goes out of bounds. And Binghamton gets the ball back.
Goodman went to Paris Junior College and really has been a big addition. We mentioned 7 new faces for Stony Brook this year. Proctor and Goodman really have added so much to the offensive side of the basketball for the Seawolves.
Now Morgan Murphy comes back in for the Bearcats. 16-10 Seawolves with the early lead here. Stony Brook looking to surpass last season's total of 1 America East win. Not much fluidity for Binghamton right now on the offensive side of the court. Here's Snow, long-range jumper, and shot short. Nice box out there by Swain. Binghamton in transition, now they slow it down. Murphy gives it back to Jensen. Stony Brook playing good interior defense to start this game. And another turnover for Binghamton. That's their 5th turnover of the game. Oh, Goodman will bring it up. She was the America East Player of the Week back on December 10th. Snow keeping it alive, stays with it, leaves it in. Nice tenacity.
That was a great job by Snow. Grabs the rebound, finishes the tough basket, and Binghamton wants a timeout.
And we'll keep it right here. Stony Brook, 7 out of 19 to start this basketball game, 37% from the floor. Seawolves defense holding Binghamton to under 30% right now, just 27% from the field.
Well, that's, again, I don't want me to continue to say the same thing, but that's what Stony Brook does. They are so fundamentally sound defensive. They control the glass. Look at this terrific rebound in the up and under by Snow off the glass in a sea of Bearcat defense.
Snow averaging just over 3 boards per game. Now, we spoke about this during the pregame. What a turnaround by Bethel Boyle. Just in her second season, this Stony Brook team, they've more than doubled their win total from a season ago. They only won 4 games last year, this year with 9.
Well, credit the hard work that Bethel Boyle and her staff has put in recruiting, practices, off-season workouts. I mean, they've come in with a plan, and the plan certainly is working so far. They've added a lot of athleticism, a lot of talent, and that's why they've got 9 victories.
Stony Brook with its largest lead of the game, 18-10. Just past the halfway point in the first half. As Goodman staying with Albrecht, not giving her an inch.
Well, you can't give her an inch as she's come off on a hot start, and there's another travel.
6 turnovers now for Binghamton, and Stony Brook can make it a double-digit lead on this possession.
A lot had to do with Goodman's on-ball defense right there on on Albrecht, and Albrecht had to get rid of it under the heavy pressure, and Jensen traveled.
Shakira Goodman leading Stony Brook with 6 points to start. Harris and Snow each with 4. Kim Albrecht leading Binghamton with 7. She leads all scorers. Here's the entry pass. Prevalon had nothing in stock. Kloppinger. Now Goodman putting it on the floor. 3 goes in and out. Ball batted around. Stony Brook again creating second chance opportunities. It's a 10-point game.
I am so impressed with Shakira Goodman. She does it all. Defends, handles, passes the rock, has knocked down 2 threes. She is very, very impressive, doing it all out of the point guard spot.
Swain had nothing inside, kind of forced that runner there. And here are the Seawolves now leading 20-10. Entry pass goes inside to Snow. Snow with nothing. Good interior defense by Swinson as Goodman takes it back. Stony Brook with good ball movement here. 8:05 remaining in the opening half. At the half, we'll be joined by Stony Brook head baseball coach Matt Sink. Run Optimum Local, 5 to shoot. Long distance shot short as Proctor couldn't get it to go. And here's Binghamton now, trailing by 10. Well, the Bearcats last in the America East at 48 points per game right now with only 10. And another turnover, 7 now. For the Bearcats.
They have looked out of sync on the offensive end, have the Bearcats. That's a 3rd travel. Unforced almost travels. But Stony Brook playing some good half-court man-to-man defense.
Seawolves, their largest lead of the game, 20-10. We'll take a break. We'll rejoin you shortly. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Groundbreaking research. Nobel Prize-winning faculty, like the creator of the MRI. An historic $150 million donation. An Academy Award winner and a Grammy winner. Student athletes who have earned the nation's respect. Since ground was first broken in 1960, there have been a lot of firsts at Stony Brook University. Now we're waiting for you to make your mark. Are you a Seawolf?
Switch to the only checking account on Long Island that's totally free. Bonus checking from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Visit your local branch.
Be the smartest homeowner on the block with a low-rate home equity line of credit from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Apply at lovebethpage.com.
Stony Brook Arena is undergoing a $21.1 million renovation for completion in the fall of 2014. The new state-of-the-art basketball facility will feature an enhanced fan experience, including new video boards, luxury suites, and expanded concession areas. For more information on Long Island's new athletic and entertainment destination, visit GoSeawolves.org or call 631-632-WOLF. Now, Rob, we spoke about this off the air before the game. The fact that this Seawolves team is becoming good right now, combined with the timing of that new arena, it's going to help recruiting here so much.
Oh, it certainly is. And what a job AD Jim Fiore has done in all of the sports, lacrosse, football. We talk about how good they are in basketball. But it is going to make such a difference when Bethel Boyle and Steve Pike will go out and recruiting, bring him into that new facility. It's going to be gorgeous.
Construction already underway. Stony Brook, its largest lead of the game, 20-10. Kloppinger, deep 3, hits it easily. Danny Kloppinger, well, you know what you get with her. 18 out of her 19 field goals this year have been from 3, but gives Stony Brook a 13-point lead.
Well, she can really shoot the rock. She had surgery on her wrist in the spring. Still not 100%. She's got a beautiful stroke. That time gets her first 3 to go.
Seawolves shooting well from beyond the arc already at 4 out of 7 from three-point range as Stony Brook commits a foul. 4 fouls on the Seawolves. Only 1 foul on Binghamton here with 7:11 remaining in the opening half.
Stony Brook very aggressive defensively. They're going to pick up some fouls, but you don't want to take that aggressiveness away.
Well, when you look at this Stony Brook team, Sabrine Proctor, yes, she's their leading scorer, but what's impressive is she basically comes off the bench, doesn't start very much. As Stony Brook will go the other way right now.
Well, Proctor doesn't start because she is foul prone. Beth O'Boyle doesn't want to pick up some cheap fouls early on. She comes in right away in the game. There she gets hit as she's going to go to the line. Some good ball movement, a nice save, and Proctor will go to the free throw line. But that's nice strategy. Going into the game, you know you're going to have her down the stretch if you don't start and she doesn't pick up an early foul.
Kara Ellefson commits the foul. That's her first, just the team's second. As Sabrine Proctor to the line.
Great play by Snow there, saving the ball right before it goes out of bounds. Tisha Harris just led Snow a little bit too far, but a heads-up play. I'm very impressed with Snow's play as well. Only a freshman, very, very smart, can handle inside, good rebounder, steps outside, knocks down a 15-footer.
Proctor at 82% solid free throws. It goes 2 out of 2 from the line.
Yeah, transfer out of North Carolina. A&T sat out last year because of obviously the NCAA transfer rules. And when we spoke to Beth O'Boyle last year, she said, wait till you see Proctor on the floor next year. She's going to make such a big difference.
And when we spoke with her before the game, one of the points that she hit on, the accountability for this team this season.
Well, they know what to expect. They have a year under her. She has a year under her belt. They've got a year under her belt, and they know what the plan is now. Last year she came in, tried to instill the defensive mentality, the accountability. It didn't end up in result in victories, but it resulted in a foundation. And when you build a good foundation, as they have, the victories will come, and they have this season so far.
Seawolves commit their 5th foul. It's on Tisha Harris, her first. Just 1 more to give for Stony Brook. 15-point lead, largest lead of the evening for the Seawolves. Here's Albrecht driving into the lane, rising up, short on the floater. Great interior defense by the Seawolves again. We keep talking about it, Rob, but inside of the foul line, their defense has been terrific tonight.
And if Albrecht knocked down the threes, but if Binghamton doesn't knock down threes, they're not going to score because this defense is really, really good by Stony Brook.
Harris, dangerous pass inside. Stony Brook turns it over for the 4th time. Good ball movement here by Binghamton. Swain had nothing inside. Falk fires air ball way off, and Stony Brook gets it back again.
The only way to open up that key area, that paint area, is to knock down some perimeter jumpers.
If you're just joining us, Shakira Goodman leading all scorers. She has 8 points. Kim Albrecht leading Binghamton. She has 7. 15-point lead for the Seawolves. Looking for consecutive America East wins. The first time since the 2009-2010 season in the regular season. They did it in the 2010-2011 campaign. They won the last game of the regular year, won the first game of the America East tournament. And Stony Brook with the foul there.
Nice move by Landers along the baseline, doesn't get it to go. This is a big possession for Binghamton. Down 15, just over 5 minutes left, down 14. Oh, it's 15. Our score is wrong on the board here.
Well, for all of Binghamton's struggles at an offensive foul, just to finish my point, for all of their struggles, just 48 points per game, they're shooting well from the floor at 40%. What does that tell you?
They're turning the ball over too many times. And that was, again, when we spoke to Coach Scholl before the game, she said we really have to limit our turnovers. And you see some careless turnovers, a lot of trouble. When you're shooting the ball well from the floor and you're not scoring a lot of points, that means you're not taking a lot of shots.
The 40% mark is 3rd in the league. Venetia Paul committed the foul for Binghamton. 15-point lead. Just about 5 minutes remaining in the opening half. It's Snow. Couldn't finish on the hook shot. Binghamton now in transition. Stony Brook gets back on defense. Albrecht for 3. She's fouled again, and she'll go to the line for 3.
And Stony Brook has to be careful. That's the second time they fouled a 3-point shooter. The second time Albrecht has taken a deep 3. The first time she got the 3 to go, completed the 4-point play. She will go to the line now to shoot 3. And look at the transition here. Landers reaches out. We couldn't see the foul there.
Albrecht 1 out of 1 from the line in the game. She's only averaging 1.5 points per night, 9 minutes per game. You'd never know it by the way she's playing here.
Well, she's shooting the ball with confidence. She's got a good-looking stroke.
Junior guard from Douglas, Georgia. It's the second. Well, substitutions here for Stony Brook. Jessica Prevalon back in. Sabree Proctor comes in. Danny Kluppinger comes back in as well. 13-point game. Albrecht hits the third.
Albrecht has 10 of the Bearcats' 13 points here in the first half.
Here's Goodman. It's a Let's Go Seawolves. Inside Prevalon. Prevalon muscling her way down the lane. No travel called right there. She drops in the hook shot.
Looked like she got away with an extra step, but still a nice looking move inside by Prevalon.
Well, Prevalon with 4 points. Goodman leads Stony Brook with 8. Kim Albrecht for Binghamton leads everybody with 10. 4:29 remaining here in the opening half. Stony Brook 9-6 overall. Binghamton just 2-13. Both teams 1-1 in the conference as Swinson has fired. Swinson is the leading scorer for Binghamton this year. She's been held without a point. Goodman the other way, lays it in transition.
Sensational move by Goodman in transition. Saw a little bit of an opening and took it to the rack, and the ability to finish.
16-point game. We'll keep it right here at this. The largest lead of the night for Stony Brook. Well, the Seawolves 5-3 here at home. Binghamton just 1-6 on the road.
Well, you want to protect home court, especially in a conference game. And there, look at the swoop to the hoop by Goodman. So strong upper body, great body control, has a nice presence when she gets in the lane. Very, very impressed.
Beth O'Boyle, former associate head coach at Division I Canisius out of the MAC. Has a nice, calm, cool, collected demeanor. Got that impression before the game.
And it certainly shows on her team. They play calm, they're relaxed on the floor, they play with confidence. This is an impressive basketball team.
A win here tonight for Stony Brook. It would end a 2-game losing streak to Binghamton. The Bearcats have won 3 out of the last 4 against Stony Brook. 33rd all-time meeting between the teams.
Going into the season, in the America East Bowl, Stony Brook was picked to come in last. So that tells you the job that this coaching staff has done and these players have done.
In fact, these two teams picked at the bottom of the preseason poll.
You wouldn't tell by the way Stony Brook's playing tonight. Led by this young lady, Shakira Goodman, doing it all.
Defense creating offense. I'm never a big believer in preseason polls because to me they're more reactive than they are predictive.
Well, I mean, the coaches know the other team, so they have a pretty good idea. You know, BU and Albany were predicted to come in first and second, and they certainly so far have been the class of the America East. But this Stony Brook team has been impressive so far.
Binghamton struggling from the field, just 3 field goals. 3 for 18. As Goodman in transition yet again. Boy, for somebody who's 5'9", she moves the ball very well down the lane.
And there's somebody who's not struggling from the floor. Shakira Goodman doing it all, as I just said. Going to the hoop, lefty, righty. Knocking it down from the perimeter defensively.
As Paul drives, nothing inside yet again. One of the early themes in this game, Stony Brook's interior defense has been terrific. All 2. Tisha Harris, a little too much on it. As Binghamton now will try to slow it down. Stony Brook 33-13 lead. This is a 20-point game. With a win tonight, Stony Brook would exceed last year's total of 1 win at America East play. Jensen fires for 3. Too much on it. Weak side rebound for Havertz, averaging 2 boards a game. Stony Brook, calm tempo right here. Comfortable lead. Proctor, hook shot. Too much mustard there, and Binghamton now the other way. Here's Jensen, the outlet. Kim Albrecht. Albrecht leads Binghamton with 10. Shakira Goodman leads all scorers with 14 as the teardrop goes in.
Nice move inside by Swinson. Got good position. And Beth O'Boyle was not happy with that defensive stand. Too easy inside. And Swinson with a pretty jump hook.
Well, timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here with 2:02 remaining in the opening half. What's impressed you most about the way the Seawolves have started this game?
Well, that they can score the basketball. And we knew they could coming in, they were going to defend. They can score the basketball in several different ways. They're much better in transition. They're shooting it well from the perimeter. They can go inside. The fact that they can score easy buckets this year is the biggest difference. Last year they had to work for every single basket. This year they get easy baskets, and that's so different for them this year.
Seawolves shooting 42%. Binghamton being held to 19%, just 4 out of 21. How much of that is Stony Brook? How much of that is Binghamton?
Well, it's a combination of both. I mean, this is a good, as I mentioned, this is a good Stony Brook defensive team. But Binghamton really struggles from the floor. They turn the basketball over. They've got a lot of new faces. They graduated so many scores from last year, as you mentioned. So it's going to be a tough road. There's a reason they've only got 2 wins.
Commanding advantage on the boards for Stony Brook, out rebounding the Bearcats 23-14. 4 out of 7 from three-point range for Stony Brook, just 2 out of 8 from Binghamton. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Taylor Burner, mismatch there. Throws up the hook shot, in and out. Offensive rebound, Snow. 24th rebound of the game for Stony Brook, and they'll reset.
Nice job by Stony Brook. Pull it out, get a good set here. They got plenty of time on the shot clock. 20 seconds left to go.
At the half, we'll be joined by Stony Brook head baseball coach Matt Sink. After going to the College World Series, 52 wins for the baseball team last year, as Brittany Snow makes it a 35-15 game.
And that was a great interior pass by Taylor Burner. The pass inside to Snow, and Snow with the easy basket.
We'll take a timeout. Stony Brook in control. The score 35-15. We'll be back after this. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Groundbreaking research. Nobel Prize winning faculty like the creator of the MRI. An historic $150 million donation. An Academy Award winner and a Grammy winner. Student athletes who have earned the nation's respect. Since ground was first broken in 1960, there have been a lot of firsts at Stony Brook University. Now we're waiting for you to make your mark. Are you a Seawolf?
Shopping for a car loan on Long Island is easy with great low rates at TFCU. TFCU, Teachers Federal Credit Union, is one of America's strongest financial institutions. And now just about all Long Islanders can bank with TFCU. Right now, qualified buyers can get a new auto loan as low as 1.74% APR. Apply online today and start saving now.
Teachers Federal Credit Union is the educated choice.
20 points, Stony Brook lead, 1:07 remaining here in the first half. And the story so far for Stony Brook, Shakira Goodman, 14 points, 6 out of 8 from the floor.
And doing it in so many different ways. Her ability to go to the basket, so strong, as I mentioned. She's doing it on a defensive end, active hands. Look at the breakout speed. Just blows by the Binghamton defender, the use of the left hand off the glass. And here again, taking it to the basket. And the 2 3-pointers that she knocked down from downtown, and she has had a tremendous first half of the Seawolves.
As you mentioned, pair of threes, 2 out of 3 from downtown. Stony Brook, 4 out of 7. An early concern in this game were the turnovers, but Stony Brook's calmed down now just with 4. It's Binghamton who's had their ball control issues, now with 10.
Early on, both teams struggled on the offensive end. Very slow start, but Stony Brook has turned up the tempo, and they've looked very impressive.
Burner comes out to get the ball. She has 2 points. Goodman leads all scorers with 14. Kim Albrecht leads Binghamton with 10. Waning moments, first half, 20-point game. As Kim Hanlon into the game, she's had some early moments. Hamlin trapped in the corner, shot clock down to 5. Did she step on the line? Yes, she did. Now Stony Brook turns it over for the 5th time.
And Hamlin's got a nice game, good upside, local product out of White Plains High School, prolific high school scorer as well. She can shoot the basketball, she can take it to the basket. She has to limit her turnovers a little bit early on, but she can play the game.
10-second difference, and now Stony Brook forces another turnover, the 11th. Driving. Ward, she couldn't finish. Ball goes out of bounds, and Stony Brook gives it right back to the Bearcats. Turnovers on successive possessions. Well, shot clock off now. A little more than 25 seconds remaining in the opening half. Binghamton can take the last shot right here, trailing by 20. Team that's only shooting 19%, just 4 field goals for the Bearcats in the first half. 4 for 21. Stony Brook shooting 41% from the field. as Berner got her hand on the ball right there. 5 seconds to go in the half. Jump ball called, and Binghamton hangs on. And after the half, we'll start the half anyway. Rob will have head coach Beth O'Boyle. As Swain will inbound here. 5.9 left. Jensen, high arcing three, puts it in. Binghamton now 3 out of 9 from three-point range as time expires. And that concludes the first half. Stony Brook with a 35-18 lead. Holding Binghamton to just 5 out of 23 from the floor. Stony Brook shooting 41% from the field. Big advantage on the boards for the Seawolves as well. As we get set, we'll send it over to Rob with Beth O'Boyle.
Coach, impressive first half. You held them to under 20% from the floor. What was the key defensively?
You know, I think our players did a good job, you know, of pressuring the ball, and really we've been working on trying to get tips on passes, and I think that was, you know, helped us to set a good intensity for us.
We talked before the game of the play of Shakira Goodman. She has been very impressive here in the first half. How important has she been to the turnaround for your team this season?
You know, she's been huge. I think she's a difficult cover. You know, she's a strong point guard that can get to the rim, and she really has done a good job for us, really dictating, you know, the tempo that we play at.
Coach, great job in the first half. Good luck in the second.
Thank you.
Seth?
Well, thank you very much, Rob. Coming up here at the half, we'll talk with Stony Brook head baseball coach Matt Senk after Stony Brook had its best season ever, 52 wins, and advancing to the College World Series after defeating 6-time national champion LSU in the best 2 out of 3 NCAA Super Regional. The National Coach of the Year will join us right here at the half. 35-18, Stony Brook in control. We'll step aside here watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Check out all the Seawolves action at Stony Brook University. Get your red on!
The day I had Keegan, they did a sonogram on her, and her kidneys were extremely dilated. They've said that her sodium level was fatally low, and they don't know how she was even with us at that time. We went in for a 4-hour surgery, and Dr. Wozniak just fixed her. He fixed her. We went last January to see him, and he said if I didn't do the surgery, I wouldn't know anything was wrong with her. He said she's perfect. She's perfect now.
America East is on the rise. We're on the move. We have so many strengths in this conference, from the students who are making a difference in their communities to our alumni who are changing the world.
Ultimately, we're about preparing young people for the rest of their lives. I'm very proud to say in America East, we do a great job.
Every day, we're helping to create leaders. We've accomplished so much, but we're just getting started.
Stony Brook with a sizable lead here at the brink. Seth Cantor joined by Seawolves head baseball coach Matt Senk after a 52-win season and an appearance in the College World Series. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Now take us back to the LSU series at Alex Box Stadium. 10,000 people in the stands. What was that atmosphere like for you?
Well, you know, I get asked that question quite a bit, and even after being asked as often as I have, it's really tough to describe everything that went on there. The place is just crazy, the most rabid fans I've ever been around. You know, when I was being interviewed by someone in Baton Rouge, they said, welcome to the Cathedral of Baseball, and he was right. Incredible atmosphere. Just everything about the box and the LSU fans were just unbelievable.
Your team played so well that weekend against LSU. What do you remember most about your team's play?
Well, I think the thing I remember most is, that they just did an unbelievable job in that they were, the epitome of team chemistry. They wanted to not only do well for themselves, but they just wanted to do well for their teammates, and that made us extremely difficult to beat.
Well, the city of Omaha came to the point where they adopted you as their team. That must have felt just so good.
That was unbelievable as well. Again, not enough superlatives to describe the experience. Yeah, I guess the best example of that is when we had our autograph session, and basically the line wrapped halfway around the stadium. That's how much the people of Omaha embraced our team, and it was really an amazing display of support for us.
The success of this program has clearly put Stony Brook baseball on the map. How has last year's success helped your recruiting efforts going into 2013?
Well, it's helped us tremendously. Obviously, we've now have name recognition throughout the country. I mean, we've already done well recruiting as far as going out to California and up into Canada and other parts of the country, but now we have name recognition throughout the country, and people saw what we did, and they look to us as a viable option, and we're excited about being able to go out even to a greater talent pool.
When you look at this year's team, you lose 7 players to the Major League Baseball draft a season ago, but you have a nice nucleus and foundation returning. What identity do you expect for this year's Seawolves group?
Yeah, I try not to think about the 7 guys that left us that are now playing professional baseball, but we have 3 freshmen All-American that are back, that come back kind of headlining, 16 returners, brought in a terrific class. 2 of the guys in the class were actually drafted out of high school. So I'm optimistic. I think that we should continue to do some really positive things, and I think that the guys are ready to go, and we're looking forward to it. I mean, we open up February 15th, so it's really right around the corner.
Well, Matt Sink, Stony Brook baseball head coach, coming off of a 52-win season. Thank you so much for your time at opening day, not too far away.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, and go Seawolves.
Stony Brook with a 35-18 lead here at the break. We'd like to thank Matt Sink for his time, and we'll take a break. We'll recap the first half, have statistics for you as well. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Groundbreaking research. Nobel Prize-winning faculty like the creator of the MRI. An historic $150 million donation. An Academy Award winner and a Grammy winner. Student athletes who have earned the nation's respect. Since ground was first broken in 1960, there have been a lot of firsts at Stony Brook University. Now we're waiting for you to make your mark. Are you a Seawolf?
Okay, now spell competition.
COMPETITION. Competition.
Shopping for a mortgage on Long Island is easy with great low rates at TFCU. TFCU, Teachers Federal Credit Union, is one of America's strongest financial institutions, and now just about all Long Islanders can bank with TFCU. Feel right at home with TFCU's great low mortgage rates. Apply online at teachersfcu.org and start saving now.
Teachers Federal Credit Union is the educated choice.
Right before New Year's, Patrick started having a fever and vomiting, and I thought that was some sort of a stomach bug. Dr. Scriven said, I think it's Hirschsprung's disease. Kids don't usually die from Hirschsprung's, but your son is really sick. And if it wasn't for that immediate detection, Patrick would not be alive. He'll look at his stomach and say, I have boo-boos. And where do those boo-boos come from? My belly. And you should lift up that shirt and be proud of those scars because you are a survivor.
Check out all the Seawolves action at Stony Brook University. Get your red on!
Welcome back here to Pritchard Gymnasium. Seth Cantor, Rob Pavanelli with you. Stony Brook with a 35-18 lead here at the half. And Rob, the story of the first half, Stony Brook's Shakira Goodman. 14 points on 6 out of 8 from the floor, 2 out of 3 from three-point range.
Showing the range, not really known as a shooter, more of a dribble penetrator. Look at showing the downtown range. She is a sensational rebounder out of the post. Here she gets a little offensive rebound and a putback. Here the penetration, the strong use of the body, and the kiss off the glass. It's showing the defense as well in transition.
Well, Stony Brook forcing, actually Binghamton, Stony Brook forcing 11 turnovers in the first half, using defense to create offense. Stony Brook holding Binghamton to under 25% from the floor in the first half.
They've done a nice job defensively, very, very aggressive in the perimeter. I've been very impressed with them offensively, though. We knew coming in defensively they were going to be a good defensive team. Goodman, Proctor, they've been impressive offensively.
And a sizable advantage on the boards for the Seawolves as well, like they've done all year.
Well, they have 24 rebounds so far. The Seawolves limited to Bingham to only 2 offensive rebounds. Couple that with the great defense that they played leads to this big halftime lead.
What else has impressed you about the way Stony Brook's played in the half? As we take a look here first at Kim Albrecht, she only averages 1.5 points per game, just 9 minutes per game as well. And for Binghamton in the first half, Albrecht with 10 points.
Well, she had some threes knocked down. She was fouled taking one of the threes. She's been the only offensive spark for the Bearcats, 10 out of the 18 so far in the first half, and an impressive looking junior.
Now Stony Brook again forcing 11 Binghamton turnovers, just 5 turnovers for the Seawolves. Again, what a job defensively by the Seawolves, holding Binghamton to 22% from the floor.
Well, they took care of the basketball, and also Stony Brook's looked very good in transition as well, Seth.
Seawolves hitting their threes, Binghamton 33%. We talked about the sizable advantage on the boards, and we've seen Stony Brook with crisp ball movement at times in the first half. They have 6 assists.
Been very balanced on the offensive end. They knocked it down from the perimeter. They got the ball inside. They were able to score in transition and also get some dribble penetration.
Well, we'll get set here for the start of the second half. It's 35-18 Stony Brook with the lead, looking for their second America East win of the year. That would exceed last year's total of just 1 in the conference. You're watching Stony Brook Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Switch to the only checking account on Long Island that's totally free. Bonus checking from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Visit your local branch.
Be the smartest homeowner on the block with a low-rate home equity line of credit from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Apply at lovebethpage.com.
Courtney had fallen off a horse and her left kidney was completely shattered, and she got 1 blood transfusion and then she had to get another blood transfusion. The Dr. Lee had told me, if I have to give her a third, that's it, I'm going in. And we knew that she would lose her left kidney if he had to do surgery. He asked me to trust him, and exactly as he predicted, the bleeding stopped on its own. She was 9 at the time. Courtney's now 17. She's healthy and she's driving me crazy.
And welcome back to Pritchard Gymnasium. Our next broadcast here on Optimum Local, the second of 6 that we'll have for you this season. The men's team hosting Hartford under Steve Peichel. The Stony Brook Seawolves 10-4. They're at Binghamton tonight, and they look to continue their strongest start in Division I history.
Well, they are playing so well. The freshman Jamil Warney has been so impressive. Tommy Bratton, this is a very talented, and they played a tough schedule so far, Seth. They've had some tough road losses, a tough one to Seton Hall the other day. This is a very talented basketball team looking to win the America East title this year and advance to the NCAAs.
Very high expectations indeed as Bethel Boyle Seawolves, 9-6 record on the year, up 35-18 as we get set for the start of the second half. What are the keys for a successful second half for this Seawolves team?
Well, they want to continue to do the same thing that they did in the first half. The first few minutes of the second half are very, very important. They need to continue playing good defense, set the tone right away. Don't allow Binghamton back in the basketball game. They've got a nice 17-point lead. Don't let the Bearcats cut into that lead right away.
Binghamton just 5 field goals in the first half. Look, we spoke about this before the game, and Nicole Shull, the head coach for the Bearcats, said this is a team in transition. Anytime you lose your top 3 scorers representing 70% of your offense, there's always going to be that transition point, and I think Binghamton's there right now.
No, they are there right now. They've struggled this season offensively, and those woes continue today. You know, it's a combination of the Stony Brook defense and that inexperience, not so much as far as age, but the inexperience of playing time.
As we get set for the start of the second half. If you're just joining us, Shakira Goodman leading all scorers, 14 points on 6 out of 8 from the floor. Kim Albrecht for Binghamton playing well, scoring 10 points in the first half, 2 out of 3 from 3-point range. Stony Brook looking for its second consecutive win. A chance of Let's Go Seawolves. Nice enthusiastic crowd here this evening. Touch pass inside, Prevalon. Beautiful spin move, goes up once, and she's called for a walk. And for Stony Brook, that's their 6th turnover of the night.
Funny, I thought she kept her pivot foot that time. Earlier in the first half, I thought she traveled and got away with it. That time she kept her pivot foot, but the referees saw it differently, as they always do when I try to make the call.
Well, Binghamton, they have work to do. They trailed 35-18, just 5 field goals in the first half. Good ball move, 3 from the corner. Shot short and a rebound underneath for Goodman.
And again, 1 and done by Binghamton. Goodman with a nice rebound.
Scoop layup, that falls short. As Binghamton the other way, Prevalon couldn't finish there. Nearly a minute gone by here in the first half. Stony Brook looking for his 10th win of the season. Binghamton just 2 and 13. Swain, long jumper, shot short, offensive rebound. Murphy stays with it and lays it up and in.
Nice job by Murphy. The patience after she grabbed the rebound. Good post move inside.
Lead down to 15. It's 35-20. Stony Brook, a team averaging 55 points per game. We're 20 away from that mark right now. Binghamton giving up 62. They've had their struggles defensively. Prevalon square. Nice ball fake, crosses Valet, lays it in with the left hand.
Left-handers are so tough to guard. She's so shifty in the paint. Prevalon, the nice crossover, the little step through and the left-handed finish.
Prevalon with 6, she's 3 out of 6, and Stony Brook on top by 17.
Prevalon's had a nice season so far. 9 points, 9.7 points a game, 8.7 rebounds, 3rd in America East so far.
Goodman the other way, lays it in off a bad pass. Binghamton turns it over for the 12th time. So once again, Stony Brook using defense to create offense, and it's a 19-point lead.
And again, so different from last season. Stony Brook had to work for every single basket this year, getting so many easier hoops. And that certainly gets more enthusiasm on the defensive end as well.
Shot waved off, foul committed on the floor against the Seawolves. So they pick up their first foul here in the second half. That's the first foul on either team. It's called on Goodman, her first, and Binghamton will inbound.
When you play good defense and you create turnovers, then you get on the other end and you can't score. It takes a little steam out of the enthusiasm. This year is so different.
Swain across the lane. She has 4 points, 2 out of 6. And Stony Brook with a 17-point lead. Here's Goodman. Had nothing inside. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by second half. Kloppinger is the 3-point shooter. Only one of her attempts this year has not been a 3. Snow forces the issue and lays it in.
Nice 2-man game with Goodman and Snow. The pick and roll, the feed inside, and a nice left-handed finish by Brittany Snow.
Snow with 8 points on 4 out of 9 from the floor. As Sabree Proctor and Tasha Harris come back into the game. 19-point Seawolves lead. Well, this is Stony Brook team defensively. And they put up nice numbers this year. They're 42nd nationally in scoring defense, just giving up 55 per game. And a travel call as Binghamton turns it over for the 13th time.
And that was a good look by Jensen on the pick and roll, but some good defense by Stony Brook. The rotation creates the travel.
Well, Stony Brook with a sizable lead right here, 41-22. Just over 3 minutes gone by. Kloppinger hands it off to Snow. Ball goes inside to Proctor across the lane. The layup blocked by Simone Thomas.
Good defense by Thomas. Senior captain. Terrific student, Simone Thomas. 3 years, she's a senior. All 3 years she was on America East Honor Roll.
Kim Albrecht back into the game. She came out of nowhere for Binghamton in the first half with 10 points as Binghamton will bring it the other way, down by 19. There's a long two from the corner. Shot short as Swain misfires. Offensive rebound won't go. And here come the Seawolves. Basket here makes it. 20-plus point lead once again. Kloppinger, three, air ball. Didn't have enough on it there. Goes out of bounds, and Binghamton gets it back.
Brittany Snow really knows how to play the game of basketball. Very, very smart basketball player. That time she got the nice post feed from Kloppinger. As soon as the double team came, kicked it right back out to Kloppinger, who missed the three.
Kim Hanlon back in for Stony Brook. Opening moments here in the second half as Paul rides and she's fouled. Second foul of the half on the Seawolves, and that will send us to a timeout on the floor. 41-22, Seawolves with the lead here at Pritchard Gymnasium. We'll step aside. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
America East is on the rise. We're on the move. We have so many strengths in this conference, from the students who are making a difference in their communities to our alumni who are changing the world.
Ultimately, we're about preparing young people for the rest of their lives. I'm very proud to say in America East, we do a great job.
Every day, we're helping to create leaders. We've accomplished so much, but we're just getting started.
The day I had Keegan, they did a sonogram on her, and her kidneys were extremely dilated. They said that her sodium level was fatally low, and they don't know how she was even with us at that time. We went in for a 4-hour surgery, and Dr. Wozniak just fixed her. He fixed her. We went last January to see him, and he said if I didn't do the surgery, I wouldn't know anything was wrong with her. He said she's perfect. But, she's perfect now.
Today, Stony Brook University's School of Nursing is setting new standards for students and faculty. Our graduates are distinguished by their critical thinking skills, leadership ability, and excellence in clinical practice. Our worldwide community provides a highly professional and convenient learning environment both on-site and online. We offer a variety of online and blended undergraduate and graduate programs. Visit our website or call 631-444-3200. Stony Brook University School of Nursing, on-site, online, worldwide. Stony Brook 41, Binghamton 22. Binghamton just 24% of the game. Stony Brook shooting nearly 42% from the floor.
Well, it's a product of getting some good shots. They're getting out in transition, get some easy looks in transition, getting some putbacks, and they've shot the ball well from the perimeter.
Shakira Goodman-Vistori tonight for the Seawolves, 16 points from the field, shooting efficiently as well, 7 out of 9. Entry pass deflected. It's loose in the corner, but Binghamton hangs on. Swinson drives. Paul moves it back. Swinson for three. Way off there. Ball loose in the corner, and an offensive rebound for the Bearcats.
And those have been rare for Binghamton. Good hustle in the corner. They get another opportunity.
41-22, 19-point lead for Stony Brook. They've led by as many as 20.
Tisha Harris very active defensively. They're getting her hand on another possession. And Beth O'Boyle prides herself on the defense of her team, and tips and deflections. Those are so important, and they've done a nice job of that tonight.
Albrecht taking on all comers, and she's fouled.
Kloppinger went down pretty hard. She's still down. Let's hope she's okay.
Senior guard from Aurora, Oregon. Training staff hasn't come out just yet. Let's see if Beth O'Boyle goes out to have a look. Is Kloppinger having some trouble getting up right there? Looks like she was shaken up quite a bit. As now she'll be looked at out on the floor. Stony Brook shooting 41% for the game. Binghamton 23% from the field here as Danny Kloppinger continues to get looked at. Binghamton 3 out of 11 from three-point range. Stony Brook 4 out of 8. Stony Brook just 3 out of 4 from the line. Binghamton 5 out of 8. But the big difference in the first half was rebounds. Now Binghamton closing the gap. It's 27-22.
Well, that's the key to victory. You play good defense, and here you see Kloppinger getting up off the ground. She's smiling. Let's hope she's okay.
Well, we'll see if she comes back in here. I mean, Stony Brook does have a 19-point lead, as she'll be helped to the locker room. I would doubt, again, we're not trying to play trainer here, but I would doubt in a game like this and she'll return.
You're not going to see Danny Clevenger. She's really hobbled right now, walking very gingerly on her left leg. I don't know if it's an ankle or a knee. Let's hope she's okay. And you see that defense, though, on Stony Brook. Two players, Kloppinger and Harris, both rotated over on that last possession to get the charge. And that's what good defense is all about. Great rotation. A little bit late by both players, and Albrecht will go to the line to shoot two.
Too much on the first free throw. Speaking of Kloppinger, she needs just 13 threes to become the 5th Seawolf to eclipse 100 for her career. Right now, she's 5th all-time with 87 made.
And 18 on the season so far.
Second free throw goes in, 41-23, 18-point game, a contest, and Stony Brook is led by as many as 20. Tasia Harris running the offense, junior guard from Bloomington, Illinois. Chipped in with 5 points in Stony Brook's win against New Hampshire on Saturday. Seen Wolves with a comfortable lead here in the second half as Harris gets around the screen, ball stripped. Sam Landers. Elbow jumper, shot short, ball batted around. Staying with it, Kim Hanlon. Jump ball called, and Binghamton with the arrow. Bearcats get it back.
That was a pretty good possession by Stony Brook. Harris had Landers wide open for the three. Ball slipped out of her hands, and Landers had to rush the shot. Good hustle by Hanlon trying to keep that alive.
Snow goes to the bench. Jessica Prevalon comes back in. If you're just joining us, Shakira Goodman leading all scores. She has 16 points for the Seawolves. Kim Albrecht leading Binghamton. She has 11. Here's Albrecht here. Good defense by Landers. She gets through the screen. Shot clock now approaching 10. Swain drives, pulls up over the double team. Back at the rim. Here come the Seawolves now on top by 18 points. Hanlon touch pass. Here's Prevalon. Nice ball movement. And Sabree Proctor is fouled.
Big mismatch inside there. Paul trying to guard Proctor. Proctor much bigger, stronger inside. Good recognition by the Seawolves.
Kara Ellefson back in for the Bearcats. Morgan Murphy will head to the bench. Stephanie Jensen checks it as well. She replaces Venetia Paul.
Morgan Murphy's going to be a good basketball player. She knows how to play. She can shoot the basketball. Only a freshman. She's got good size.
From Weatherfield, Connecticut. Good ball movement as Prevalon finishes.
A great look by Hanlon on the pick and roll. Some poor weak side defense by Binghamton and the easy bucket by Prevalon.
Prevalon playing well. 8 points, 4 out of 7 from the floor. It's a 20-point game against Stony Brook, matching its largest lead. Good ball movement once again. Ellefson have had it deflected as Binghamton hangs on here with 12 to shoot.
That was one of the best possessions by Binghamton all game long, but Tisha Harris with a great recovery and a last-second block prevent an easy hoop.
Shot clock down to 6. Swain way up on the perimeter, 2 to shoot, pulls up at the last minute, raises the rim. They'll call a shot clock violation. Looked like it might have hit the iron, but regardless, Stony Brook gets the basketball back on top by 20.
I think they might have called it before she released it.
Binghamton just 7 field goals in the game. 7 for 33. Stony Brook holding the Bearcats to 21% from the floor. Here's Hanlon out front. Tasia Harris. Ball movement inside is Proctor.
Jump ball. Possession Stony Brook.
Gets tied up, so a jump ball as Stony Brook hangs on.
Good movement by Stony Brook. A nice little baseline screen, freeing up Proctor. Good rotation defensively by Binghamton.
Well, Landers will inbound right here. Long pass. Now Tasia Harris, the junior guard from Bloomington, Illinois, at 6 points per game. Head of steam into the lane. Hanlon takes it back. Muscling her way down the right side of the lane. The layup short. With the rebound, Swinson averaging 5 boards per game. Well, Binghamton as a team averaging 36 boards per game. They're being out-rebounded by 4. Stony Brook out-rebounding their opponents by 6 per game. Now you look at this game. Rebounds 29-24 in favor of the Seawolves. Cross the lane, Swain. Not enough on the layup. And ripping down the rebound in traffic, Prevalon. She got a piece of Swain as well.
And that was an aggressive rebound by Prevalon.
Sam Landers driving the baseline, pulls up, shot short. The rebound for Jensen. 20-point lead. Stony Brook matching its largest advantage of the night as we near the halfway point of the second half from Pritchard Gymnasium. Stony Brook looking for its second America East win of the season. That would exceed last year's total of 1. A wild pass in the corner. Looked like it was intended for Jensen. It goes out of bounds.
That was a good idea by Swinson. The pass was just a little bit high.
Now Binghamton turns it over here for the 14th time. Stony Brook just with 6.
And again, Nicole Schaff before the game said we really have to limit our turnovers if we're going to stay in basketball games, if we're going to win games. They were able to do that against Hartford, played good defense, and that's why they came away with the victory.
Here's Berner. She has 2 points. This over-the-shoulder pass inside hand, but it's intercepted by Swain. Here's Binghamton now in transition. Swain, hop, skip, and a jump. The runner's short. Binghamton stays with it. Swinson was right there. Stony Brook comes away with the ball. Sam Landers in traffic.
Good defense by Taylor Berner. Berner's played well in this basketball game for the Seawolves.
Harris drives, bounce pass inside. Prevalon leaves it in.
Great look by Harris. Went to the basket, covered with Bearcat defenders, able to find Prevalon all alone underneath the basket.
Largest lead of the game for Stony Brook, 45-23. We approach the 11-minute mark here in the second half. Seawolves looking for their 10th win. Here's Swain. Dangerous cross-court pass. Binghamton lucky they didn't turn it over. Jumper on the way. Back at the rim, no good, as Swinson couldn't get it to go.
Nice pump fake. One dribble pull up by Swinson. Too hard off the back iron.
Prevalon has it. Goes to Landers. 3 from the corner. Back of the rim. Sam Landers unable to convert. She's averaging about 2 points per game. As Binghamton now will walk it up. Bearcats shake it up there. Swinson. Stony Brook, they've done a nice job on Swinson here tonight. She's been held to just 2 points on 1 of 8 from the floor. She's the leading scorer for Binghamton this season.
Binghamton timeout.
As the Bearcats call for time. Now we'll step aside as well. The Seawolves in control of this game, 45-23. 10:41 remaining here in the second half. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Mobile.
Check out all the Seawolves action at Stony Brook University. Get your red on!
Welcome back to Pritchard Gymnasium. Beth O'Boyle's team in control. And Tasia Harris, the junior guard from Bloomington, Illinois, getting some minutes here. And we saw her just a couple of moments ago. Nice pass to Jessica Prevalon, who's played well.
Some quality minutes out of Harris there. The good look inside to Prevalon. She is lightning quick. Has the ability to change direction. I don't even know how she saw Prevalon and got it inside. But what I like about the Stony Brook point guard position is you have a scorer's mentality in Goodman. She takes it to the basket. She can create her own shot. Very, very tough in transition. And then you have Harris, the lightning quick facilitator, really creates for her teammates. So you really have very, very dangerous basketball players at the point guard position for Beth O'Boyle.
No Harris on the bench right now, but Rob, you're getting the sense that Beth O'Boyle, unless something drastically changes here, she's going to go with her second unit for the remainder of this game.
Well, we see Goodman back in the basketball game right now, as she sat quite a while, but Harris played very, very well.
Goodman, the only starter on the floor right now, is a travel call. Brittany Snow on the floor as well. And that sends us to timeout on the floor. 10:32 remaining here in the second half. Stony Brook with a 45-23 lead. We'll step aside and we'll rejoin you shortly. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Shopping for a car loan on Long Island is easy with great low rates at TFCU. TFCU, Teachers Federal Credit Union, is one of America's strongest financial institutions. And now just about all Long Islanders can bank with TFCU. Right now, qualified buyers can get a new auto loan as low as 1.74% APR. Apply online today and start saving now.
Teachers Federal Credit Union is the educated choice.
Groundbreaking research. Nobel Prize winning faculty like the creator of the MRI. An historic $150 million donation. An Academy Award winner and a Grammy winner. Student athletes who have earned the nation's respect. Since ground was first broken in 1960, there have been a lot of firsts at Stony Brook University. Now we're waiting for you to make your mark. Are you a Seawolf?
Our next Seawolves basketball broadcast on Optimum Local takes place this Saturday when the men's basketball team hosts Hartford right here at historic Pritchard Gymnasium. Game time's at 2 p.m., so be sure to tune in right here on Optimum Local, Channel 118. We spoke about this before. Coach Peichel's team out to a 10-4 start, continuing to play very, very well there at Binghamton tonight.
Well, they really know how to play the game. They're so well coached, well disciplined. They get a good shot. They limit their turnovers. And the key to their success in the last few years has been defense and rebounding. But now they can really score the basketball as well.
Now back here at Stony Brook University, Seawolf with a 45-23 lead as Binghamton pressing. Bearcats just 7 field goals, shooting 19% for the game. As Ward forces the issue, Binghamton now the other way. That's the 29th rebound of the game. Stony Brook out rebounding Binghamton by 3. Murphy, long jumper, shot short. Flying right in there was Goodman, and she'll take it. The other way in transition. Here's Goodman, who's played so well tonight. Scoop layup, too much on it. Snow stays with it, lays it in.
Snow, Johnny on the spot with the follow and the putback.
Snow with 10 points, 5 out of 10 for the game. Seawolves here in control, 47-23. Win tonight. Stony Brook surpasses last year's America East win total of 1. Ball out of bounds by Sam Landers. Binghamton hangs on. Natalie Myers comes in. Heading to the bench, Shakira Goodman. You see Beth O'Boyle now, and primarily using her second unit down the stretch.
And Myers has had a nice sophomore campaign so far. Real smart, heady basketball player, can really distribute.
Made her first career start against Ryder back on November 9th, but primarily has come off the bench this season. As Myers now will run the point. Stony Brook firmly in control, 47-23. 8 points away from their season average of 55. Taking plenty of time here. Shot clock approaching 10. Pull-up jumper. Latasia Ward misfires. And here the Bearcats as Paulk, the junior guard from Douglas, Georgia, brings it up the floor. Nothing inside again. And we spoke about this from the first minute. The interior defense for Beth O'Boyle's team has been fantastic tonight.
They communicate very, very well. They switch, they help, they bump cutters, bump screens. They're fundamentally very, very sound on a defensive end.
Albrecht can't connect on the 3 as the shot clock was running down, and the Seawolves get the ball back.
We talked a few minutes ago about the success of the men's program, and they're almost mirror images of each other, these two teams. They defend very, very well. They're well coached. They take care of the basketball. They run very, very good stuff on the offensive end. So that's why the success has come for Steve Peichel and his team, and now you see the success on the other end for Beth O'Boyle.
Stony Brook looking for its second straight America East win. They beat New Hampshire 48-44 on the road on Saturday. That was their first win against New Hampshire since 2007. Sam Landers dialing it up from long distance. That's only her 4th three-point field goal attempt of the season. Stony Brook, its largest lead of the night, 49-23.
And a good look from Myers. Stony Brook going to show a little 2-3 zone right here.
Binghamton struggling to score points, just 7 out of 40. Jumper from the corner, shot short. Offensive rebound, a follow for Swain. Doesn't go.
Nice athletic rebound by Jazz Swain.
Alyssa Coiro just checked in. Burner misfires on the jumper as Binghamton gets the ball back.
Media timeout.
With 7:56 remaining here in the second half at a 49-23 Seawolves lead. Now we'll step aside. We'll rejoin you shortly. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Home.
Groundbreaking research. Nobel Prize-winning faculty like the creator of the MRI. An historic $150 million donation. An Academy Award winner and a Grammy winner. Student athletes who have earned the nation's respect. Since ground was first broken in 1960, there have been a lot of firsts at Stony Brook University. Now we're waiting for you to make your mark. Are you a Seawolf?
Switch to the only checking account on Long Island that's totally free. Bonus checking from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Visit your local branch.
Be the smartest homeowner on the block with a low-rate home equity line of credit from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Apply at lovebethpage.com.
After tonight, 3 out of the next 4 for the Seawolves on the road. They'll visit Hartford on Saturday, then Vermont back here Saturday the 19th. They'll visit UMBC, and they'll travel to Maine on Saturday the 26th. If you look ahead to this Stony Brook schedule, what do you see?
I see a lot of tough games. I mean, especially on the road. It's not easy to win on the road here in the America East. And after the Vermont game, the next home game is against Albany, which is the preseason favorite, along with BU. Very, very talented Albany basketball team. They're led by Julie Foster, Ebony Henry, and a sensational freshman, and Sharisha Richards. So Stony Brook has their work cut out for them. They want to continue this good play, get good postseason positioning. Only 8 teams will make the playoffs. Boston University is ineligible for postseason play here in the America East, as they're going to leave and go to the Patriot Conference.
Bearcats cut the deficit to 24, 49 to 25 as Ellefson been relatively quiet tonight. Converts as Stony Brook turns it over. I think right now this is a product of the second unit being on the floor. Game that's already gone final tonight. Boston University beats Vermont 58-30, that game at BU.
Yeah, we mentioned BU will not be in the tournament. Your goal right now for Bethel Boys, I think, to continue to play well and to get a home game in the first round. I think that would be a big step in the right direction. You want to get that 2, 3, or 4 seed so you get that home game and then continue on and continue to progress.
Especially in this gym. You and I talked about it off the air a little while ago. You have some home court advantage when this building is filled.
No, you certainly do. And Stony Brook comes out, does a nice job supporting. I mean, it's a tough night tonight on a Wednesday night during school, but if this team continues to win, this community really support both programs.
Significant turnaround for this Stony Brook team as Myers short on the 3, offensive rebound. Coiro, her follow doesn't go in. Ball out of bounds as Stony Brook hangs on. Seawolves have more than doubled their win total from a season ago. Just 4 wins last season, already with 9 on their way to win number 10 of the year.
Hitting double digits early on in the season here, and certainly a credit to Bethel Boyle, her team, and her staff.
Kick ball. Stony Brook hangs on. If you're just joining us, the story tonight for Stony Brook, Shakira Goodman, 16.7 out of 9, 3 players in double figures. Jessica Prevalon with a double-double, 10 points, 10 boards. Brittany Snow with 10 at 5 as the Seawolves turn it over for the 10th time. Again, you don't make too much of this now, this late in the game with a 49-25 lead. It's a good opportunity, though, for the reserves.
You know, all of these players are going to fight for playing time. This is a deep Stony Brook basketball team. They get contributions from a lot of different players, and this is a chance for players to prove themselves. Hey, I want to get in that rotation. I want to get more minutes, and they're still competing. They're playing hard. Ward, Landers, Coiro, Werner, Myers. They're really getting after it.
Someone may have to step in for Danny Kluppinger. We saw her leave earlier with a leg injury.
Well, that's tough to replace. She is their three-point shooter. And especially when you struggle sometimes from the perimeter, when you got a consistent shooter like Kluppinger, she will be missed if she's out for an extended period of time.
Plenty of time on the shot clock. 24-point game. Ellefson moves it out. Thomas can't handle the pass. Here's Albrecht, who's leading Binghamton with 11 points. Shot clock inside 10. It's down to 7. Jensen. Great defense by Coro. She fronted there. Top of the key jumper. Thomas misses.
Great box out by Myers inside. Given up a decided size advantage and did a great job boxing out Swinson.
Well, Binghamton trapping here. Latasia Ward brings it up. And second unit on the floor right now for Bethel Boyle's team. No reason to play the starters this late in the game with a 24-point lead. Alyssa Coiro getting some time, the junior guard, as Berner drops it in.
Berner continues her good play. She got some quality minutes in the first and second half, and here with a nice little touch inside.
It's a 51-25 game. Berner with 4 points, averaging just 2 per game this year. Approaching the 5-minute mark. Albrecht drives, thought about the shot, had nothing though. 2 from the corner, off the back of the rim as Simone Thomas misfires. Sam Landers now in transition. She's gotten some time here in the second half. Nice bounce pass inside Coiro. Isn't sure if she wanted to shoot her pass right there. Goes out of bounds, but the Seawolves hang on. Last touch by Binghamton.
Some good defense by Swinson inside. The good look inside by Landers, and Landers will come out of the game.
Well, Sam Landers leads. 2 points, 1 of 5 from the floor. Pair of rebounds, 2. Senior guard from Springfield, Virginia. This tonight, her first points in 4 games.
Miranda Jenkins checks in for her.
As Latasia Ward called for a travel, Stony Brook turns it over. For the 11th time, Binghamton with 16 turnovers. Stony Brook's defense has been fantastic, as we'll keep it here for this Binghamton timeout. They've held Binghamton to just 8 field goals tonight. Bearcats just 17% from the floor.
Very physical defensively, communicate extremely well. They get over all ball screens. They talk about the ball screens, the cross screens. This is a very fundamentally sound defensive basketball team.
Shakira Goodman, she's on the bench now. How big we'll see her tonight. Final 4:43, 16 points, 7 out of 9 from the floor. One of 3 players in double figures. Brittany Snow with 10 points in the game, as well as Jessica Preble on a double-double, 10 points, 10 boards. Her 5th double-double of the year.
And that's really what she's been doing all season long, Seth, consistently. Now, I mentioned 9.7 points a game, 8.7 rebounds. Does so many little things inside. Set the tone early on with 6 early rebounds. Really a presence in the paint. Plays much bigger than 5'11" as well.
A number of players scoring tonight for Stony Brook. Contributions up and down as Bethel Boyle going to her bench here. 26-point game with 4:43 left to go. Stony Brook visits Hartford Saturday at 2. They'll take a week off. They'll play Vermont here on Saturday the 19th, and they'll visit UMBC and Maine. Well, Stony Brook in position to surpass last season's total of just 1 America East win. A win here tonight gives them consecutive conference wins in the regular season for the first time since 2009-2010. It's also going to end a 2-game losing streak to the Bearcats. Binghamton swept the season series last year. Just under 4.5 remaining as Paul slicing it, pulls up for the jumper. Offensive rebound, Murphy. Stay right here.
Athletic rebound there by Murphy. Went up there and tried to snatch it with one hand and picked up the personal foul on Taylor Berner.
Carmen Porter-Real, one of the 3 officials tonight making the call. Fouls haven't been a factor here in the second half. 5 on Stony Brook, 2 on Binghamton.
Clean, well-played game by both teams.
Binghamton 6 out of 10 from the line. Stony Brook just 3 out of 4. Swain for 3. Air ball. Stony Brook gets the basketball back. Binghamton now 3 out of 13 from long distance. Well, the Bearcats trapping here. Stony Brook on top by 26, matching their largest lead of the game. 4 points away from their season average of 55. See Natalie Myers get time. Pass intercepted by Albrecht. Lays it in. And the foul. Kim Albrecht. She's had some game tonight for Binghamton. 13 points. Player that only averages 1.5 points per game. 9 minutes per contest. She's played very well. The shining light for Binghamton here this evening.
She certainly has been. There's a great anticipation. And the steal should go to line for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Timeout on the floor. Stony Brook on its way to its 10th win of the season. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Okay, now spell competition.
COMPETITION. SBION. Competition.
And welcome back to Pritchard Gymnasium, 51-27. Seawolves with the lead. It's time to present the Competition Automotive Group Drive of the Game, as Shakira Goodman with a fantastic contest here tonight at Pritchard Gymnasium. 16 points on 7 out of 9 from the floor, 3 rebounds to go along with it as well. Competition Automotive Group competition is good. This drive in the first half, slicing through the defense, taking on all comers. One of 3 players in double figures here tonight as Stony Brook on its way to its 10th win of the season. Goodman averaging just over 8 points per game. Coach O'Boyle has to be satisfied with her performance tonight.
Well, she plays with so much confidence, supreme confidence, always aware of what she wants to do on the floor, has the basketball in her hands, and you know, the teammates look to her to contribute, to score, to pass the basketball, to rebound, all-around performer.
Now, Kim Albrecht will go to the line. The leading scorer for Binghamton, 13 points. Hits the free throw. And the lead is 23. 51-28. Seawolves improved to 2-1 in the America East. Binghamton trapping Swain. Pressuring the ball there as it goes out of bounds, and the Seawolves hang on. Morgan Murphy. And a look at her, freshman forward from Weatherfield, Connecticut. Stony Brook turns it over for the 13th time. And when you look at this box score tonight, you see 13, 14 turnovers. A number of those turnovers came in the second half with the second unit. Not to slight them, they just don't get a lot of playing time.
It's game time competition. It's different in practice. The lights are on now. You're going to turn the basketball over when you don't get as much time. And you want to try and do something when you get out there. Prove to the coach, hey, I deserve more playing time. So sometimes you may do something that you normally wouldn't do in other situations.
You know, lest we forget what a job Stony Brook has done on Sheree Swinson tonight. Binghamton's leading scorer, 10 points per game. The Bearcats, again, top scorer this year, being held to just 1 out of 9 with 2 points. As Binghamton turns it over on the travel. Morgan Murphy committing the turnover there.
Stony Brook's done a great job defensively on everybody on Binghamton except for Kim Albrecht.
Stony Brook timeout.
As Stony Brook calls for time, we'll keep it right here with 3:11 left to go at a 51-28 Seawolves lead. So Beth O'Boyle, again, we continue to sing her praises. She's just done a terrific job. What impressed me most after meeting her for the first time, how calm, cool, and collected she was.
Well, I've got a chance to speak to her several times last year and this season, and very calm, has certain goals in mind, and she's reaching them, I think, even faster than she possibly could have predicted. You know, she's a hard worker, she's an excellent recruiter, knowledgeable basketball coach, and all of that is coming to fruition early on here in her second season.
Stony Brook in position for its second straight America East win. And they'll snap a 2-game losing streak against the Bearcats. Stony Brook holding Binghamton to just 9 field goals in the game. Bearcats 9 out of 49, that's 18%. Stony Brook slightly under 40%. As Binghamton once again trapping here. We approach the 3-minute mark. Myers racing across the floor. Nice dish inside. Jenkins couldn't finish. Miranda Jenkins, redshirt freshman guard from Gibsonville, North Carolina, getting time here.
Sorry, that was a great no-look by Myers.
Oh, Paulk working on Myers right here. Inside the 3-minute mark, Stony Brook holding Binghamton to under 30 points in the game. Lamb blocked. Paulk had it swatted away by Berner, who came in. Shot clock at 11. Binghamton hangs on.
That's the 3rd, 4th, or 5th time, I can't remember in the game, that Binghamton had an easy lane to the basket, and a Stony Brook defender rotated over at the last minute and get a nice block shot. That time, Berner. Terrific rotation defensively.
Here's Swain, shot clock down to 3. Pulls up, long 3, way off. You could tell on the release. Shot clock violation. And Stony Brook with the ball, just about 2.5 left.
Stony Brook's done a nice job handling this full court pressure by Binghamton. Getting the basketball inbounded to Berner and right away to Myers.
Binghamton trapping once again as Polk disrupts the pass. Here comes Stony Brook, though, as they maintain possession. Jenkins had her layup blocked as the ball goes out of bounds. Seawolves hang on with 2:24 left to go, a 23-point lead. Game they've led by as many as 26 points.
They've led wire to wire. They came out a little sluggish early on, but have turned it on and have not let up all game long.
As Ward gets her own rebound and lays it in. Latasia Ward with her first points. She's 1 out of 5 from the field. It's a 25-point lead as we approach the 2-minute mark. Well, Bearcats fall to 2-14 on the year. Swain posting up, lays it in with the right hand. Nice post-up move by Jazz Swain, the junior guard from Memphis, Tennessee. She has 6 points. Stony Brook has kept her in check 3 out of 14 from the floor.
And Swain, a real versatile basketball player. We mentioned she's 4th in rebounding, 4th in assists, and 3rd in steals in the America East. And Stony Brook has shut her down all game long.
Oh, Myers will inbound. And Binghamton trapping here. Stony Brook trying to break through, but Swain comes up with the steal. 3-on-1, Swain lays it in. Swain with 8 points. 90 seconds left to go in the game. 21-point lead. Stony Brook having some trouble here with this Binghamton pressure, but the Seawolves hang on.
Yeah, they need to get a flash from the middle of the floor right now, relying too much on Burner to seal and get open position. And here's the flash coming right by Cora in the middle.
Well, Jenkins takes the ball, scampering up the floor. She'll wait for her teammates to get back up. 1:20 left. Stony Brook in position for its 10th win of the season. Improved to 10-6 on the year. Binghamton will fall to 2-14. Myers, 3 from the corner. Drains it. Natalie Myers.
I've been impressed by the play of Natalie Myers. Only a sophomore. Tough playing a point guard position behind Harris and behind Goodman, but she's had some real good minutes here in the second half.
Those are her first points in 3 games from Clackamas, Oregon.
Real good feel for the game, good vision, nice looking stroke, plays with confidence.
Again, pressure here on Taylor Burner, loses the ball, and Binghamton gets it back after Stony Brook turns it over now for the 15th time.
And again, a little too late with the flash to the middle of the floor. The middle is open. They're waiting for Myers to flash the middle after the inbound, and they got to get a flash or Coiro coming in the middle or Jenkins.
Now Swain controlling. Here's a 3, shot short, and Burner with the strong side rebound. Burner, her 2nd board of the game. Jumper from the wing, Ward. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Binghamton. Shot clock off, 25 seconds left. Bearcats in transition. Swain the floater, halfway down. Offensive rebound. As Swain follows it up with the layup.
Swain got that one to go. The beautiful move by Swinson. And that's the 2nd time she's thrown a beautiful pump fake and went too long off the iron. That time Swain able to pick it up and finish.
Now Stony Brook will dribble it out here with 9 seconds left to go. Seawolves will improve to 10-6 on the year. Binghamton will fall to 2-14. Stony Brook go to 2-1 in the conference. Binghamton will fall to 1-2 in the league. The final score, Stony Brook 56, Binghamton 34. Stony Brook exceeds its America East win total from a season ago. Again, going to 2-1 in the conference. Win number 10 already. Stony Brook more than doubling its win total from a season ago. They end a 2-game losing streak to Binghamton as they embark on the stretch where they'll have 3 out of the next 4 on the road. Coach O'Boyle will come over and join Rob here. Well, the story tonight for Stony Brook, Shakira Goodman, 16 points on 7 out of 9 from the floor. She led all scorers. As we get set to kick it over to Rob Pavanelli with Beth O'Boyle with Stony Brook wins here tonight.
Coach, your 10th victory of the season. Did you ever think it was going to happen that fast?
No, I'm excited about it, though. It's a good start. You know, I think they're playing hard, and, you know, it was a 40-minute game for us today that, you know, I thought we executed well.
What has been the key for the turnaround this season?
You know, I think we have a good mix of veterans and new players, and, you know, they've really bought into the system, and they've been working hard for us, and every game we just try to keep getting better, and same with every practice, and I'm excited about them.
Well, we're excited. You guys look great tonight. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Seth?
Thank you very much. Happy. Coach O'Boyle will step aside here. We'll rejoin you with the brief postgame. The final, Stony Brook 56, Binghamton 34. You're watching Seawolves basketball on Optimum Local.
Shopping for a mortgage on Long Island is easy with great low rates at TFCU. TFCU, Teachers Federal Credit Union, is one of America's strongest financial institutions, and now just about all Long Islanders can bank with TFCU. Feel right at home with TFCU's great low mortgage rates. Apply online at teachersfcu.org and start saving now.
Teachers Federal Credit Union is the educated choice.
Okay, now spell competition.
COMPETITION. Competition.
Switch to the only checking account on Long Island that's totally free. Bonus checking from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Visit your local branch.
Be the smartest homeowner on the block with a low-rate home equity line of credit from Bethpage Federal Credit Union, the best place to bank on Long Island. Get in on the savings. Apply at lovebethpage.com.
Stony Brook wins here tonight at Pritchard Gymnasium 56-34. Seth Cantor, Ron Pavanelli with you. Stony Brook goes to 10-6 overall, 2-1. And the America East Binghamton falls to 2-14 and 1-2 in the league. What impressed you most about the way Stony Brook played tonight?
I just liked the overall game plan. They came out, they played very good defense, as is their trademark. They created turnovers, got some easy buckets in transition, took care of the basketball, rebounded the basketball, limited Binghamton to under 22% field goal shooting percentage from the floor. This was a dominating performance from start to finish.
And Shakira Goodman, a fantastic game, very efficient from the field tonight.
Well, we spoke to Coach O'Boyle before the game. She mentioned her ability. She can just take over a basketball game, and that's what she did on the defensive end. Great on-ball defender, able to penetrate. Not known to be a great three-point shooter. She knocked down 2 big threes in the first half. She was very, very impressive.
Shakira Goodman tonight, 16 points, 7 out of 9 from the floor, 3 rebounds as well. Jessica Prevalon with a double-double, 10 points, 10 boards as well. One of 3 players in double figures here this evening.
A lot of different looks by Stony Brook. They can play small, they can play big, they get near half court, they get in transition. Very versatile offensively.
Well, the Seawolves now, they'll have 3 of the next 4 on the road. What are your thoughts as they embark on this stretch?
Well, they're going to continue to play the way they're playing now. You heard Coach O'Boyle after the game. She likes the way they're progressing. They're getting better every game, every practice. It's resulted in 10 wins so far. They just got to continue with the game plan. It's been successful so far. I wouldn't change anything right now.
Well, Stony Brook with a decisive win here this evening. They get win number 10 on the year. They improve to 2-1 at America East play, exceeding their total of 1 America East win last year. Binghamton drops to 2-14 at 1-2 in the league. Our next Seawolves basketball telecast on Optimum Local takes place this Saturday, January 12th, as the men's basketball team takes on Hartford right here at historic Pritchard Gymnasium at 2 p.m. This has been a Stony Brook Athletics production in conjunction with PAC Network and Optimum Local. For Ron Pavanelli, I'm Seth Cantor. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a good evening.